Manohu Manu Uvacha said, Brahmā, Lord Brahmā, Asrujat, created, Swamukataha, from his face, Yushman, you, brāhmaṇas, Atma Paripsaya, to protect himself by expanding, Chandahamayaha, the form of the Vedas, Tapaha Vidya Yoga Yuktan, full of austerity, knowledge and mystic power, Alampatan, averse to sense gratification. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swamy Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Manu replied, to expand himself in Vedic knowledge, Lord Brahma, the personified Veda, from his face created you, the brāhmaṇas, who are full of austerity, knowledge and mystic power, and are averse to sense gratification. Please repeat. Manu replied, to expand himself in Vedic knowledge, Lord Brahma, the personified Veda, from his face created you, the brāhmaṇas, who are full of austerity, knowledge and mystic power, and are averse to sense gratification. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The purpose of the Vedas is to propagate the transcendental knowledge of the Absolute Truth. The Brahmanas were created from the mouth of the Supreme Person, and therefore they are meant to spread the knowledge of the Vedas in order to spread the glories of the Lord. In Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Krishna says that all the Vedas are meant for understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is especially mentioned here, Yoga Yuktan Alampatan, that Brahmanas are full of mystic power and are completely averse to sense gratification. Actually, there were two kinds of occupations. One occupation in the material world is sense gratification, and the other occupation is spiritual activity to satisfy the Lord by His glorification. Those who engage in sense gratification are called demons, and those who spread the glorification of the Lord or satisfy the transcendental senses of the Lord are called demigods. It is specifically mentioned here that the Brahmanas are created from the face of the cosmic personality of Virat Purusha. Similarly, the Kshatriyas are said to be created from his arms, the Vaishyas are created from his waist, and the Shudras are created from his legs. Brahmanas are especially meant for austerity, learning and knowledge, and averse to all kinds of sense gratification. The sense the Bhaktivedanta Purpoto Madhyanatimirandasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. In the last chapter we have seen Kardama Muni was speaking to Manu, Swayambhu Manu, and he very respectfully received the emperor, and he made him comfortable by nice words, and also he glorified the qualities of Swayambhu Manu. So in this new chapter titled Marriage of Kardama Muni and Devahuti, we see after the Kardama Muni glorified Manu, Manu felt modesty and the sage became silent. That means he is now allowing the king to speak. Now Manu, he is also here, he started conversing with the sage, with the great sage. And here he is glorifying the position of the Brahmanas. So it is a natural custom that when such exalted people meet, it is important that we recognize, the king recognizes the position of the exalted sage. So here Manu is explaining Brahmā asrujat swamukhatho. He is telling the sage that you Brahmanas are created from Lord Brahmā, who wanted to Atma Paripsaya, he wanted to expand this Vedic knowledge. So he created you because he wants this Vedic knowledge to be expanded all over. Chando mayas tapo vidya yoga yuktan. And such Brahmanas who came from the mouth of the Virat Purusha, they are actually full of austerity, knowledge and mystic power. Yoga yuktan alampatam. And then they are averse to sense gratification. These are the Brahmanical qualities. One is that they are tapaha, they are full of austerity, then vidya, knowledge, and then yoga yukta, they also have mystic powers, and then alampatan, they are averse to, they are not interested in sense gratification. So Manu, he is setting the context by glorifying Kardama Muni. Very slowly we will see the story unfolds, and Manu will be requesting Kardama to marry his daughter Devahuti. So Prabhupada is explaining here that Brahmanas are meant for a serious practice of Krishna consciousness and then become a mouth to spread the glories of Krishna. Brahmanas are supposed to spread this Vedic knowledge. They are the teachers of Vedic knowledge, and they have to spread the glories of Krishna all over. So this is the the function of the Brahmanas. So Manu is recognizing this. Actually, Lord appeared to Kardama and he already mentioned what's going to happen. And Manu also knows that something similar, something is going to happen. But then why is it that they're discussing like this? They should have come to the point quickly. One chapter of discussion by Kardama, another more shlokas. Why all this delay? Already it's all clear that Kardama and Devahuti are going to be married. So the thing is, in this world, Krishna's desire may be there, but he is kind. He gives the chance of executing to his devotees. Krishna is self-sufficient. He is full of knowledge, full of energy, and he doesn't require anybody's help. By his energy he can do anything wonderful. He is all powerful. He can, by his using one of his energies, he can create anything, he can do anything. But the beauty of the Lord is that he appears to be dependent on his devotees. he waits for his devotee to take up the responsibility. Like in Kurukshetra, we have seen this example. Krishna already tells Arjuna that by my arrangement, by my plan, in this Kurukshetra, who is going to be victorious is clear. And none of these great soldiers are going to go back to their houses to live. It is already settled up, that's the plan. But still he is encouraging Arjuna to take responsibility and fight. So depending on Krishna, depending on Hare Krishna mantra doesn't mean that we don't have to do any work. I chant nicely, I am praying to Krishna, my Lord, and then so Krishna has to now come and do a hard labor and do everything for you. This is not our philosophy. Krishna is waiting for you to take up the responsibility and initiative. Ultimately, everything is done by him, but nonetheless, a living entity has to put his own endeavor, his own energy, his own enthusiasm in the service of the Lord. So this has to be properly understood. If Krishna has done everything in Kurukshetra, then why is it that he wants Arjuna to take up all this? Because it is the nature of the Lord that he wants to give credit to his devotees. Yes, he decided, yes, this has to happen, but he also decided who has to get the credit for that, who has to take that responsibility. So that's why he has chosen Arjuna. All the Pandavas are exalted devotees, but nonetheless Krishna chose Arjuna because he is very dear to him. And then he is inspiring Arjuna, now you get up, you arise, you fight, take the responsibility. So this is very important. And Arjuna is not thinking, okay, already the Supreme Lord is personally assuring me that in this battle who is going to be victorious. In fact, he sees also that all the Kauravas are entering into the fiery mouth of the universal form. He is clear who is going to be victorious, but still Arjuna fought to his best capacity. This is important. We know that Arjuna knows that Kurukshetra battle they are going to be victorious, but he has to fight to his best capacity. These are all very important principles to understand. So depending on Krishna doesn't mean laziness. I depend on Krishna and so that's it. Now everything should happen automatically. No. We have to do our best to offer something to Krishna, to fulfill Guru's and Krishna's desire. Devotee has to take up initiatives. Enthusiastically he should think, okay, today I am going to offer this much. His initiative, his enthusiasm, that's what Krishna accepts. Somebody may have more energy, somebody may have less energy, it doesn't matter. To your best capacity, you are offering whatever you have in your own capacity, you are offering to Krishna, and Krishna, Radha Govinda. So Krishna accepts that. Although he is not dependent on us, but when devotees are enthusiastically offering, Krishna very happily, gladly he accepts. So let us say somebody has a capacity to distribute books. he has certain speaking power, he has certain carrying power, or certain whatever. And then, he has a lot of energy, and so he goes out for book distribution. And somebody else, he is not so much talkative, or, he doesn't have so much of a marketing skill, and also he is a lean, thin boy. He cannot carry too many things, one small bag probably, and then he goes out for distribution. So now what's happening? Krishna is more pleased with this big man doing big books, and he doesn't worry about this thin man. No, he is seeing who is giving working for his best capacity. The big man goes and tells somebody, purchase karo. And let us say he purchases all the books, and then he sleeps nicely. And this man is working, under the sun, going here, there, and trying to distribute. Not even one book goes. Now, how do we understand? Who is successful here? Krishna, he is very intelligent. He sees how much you are giving. Your capacity is 100. How much you are giving, that's what he sees. If you are giving only 10, and the rest of the 90 for your own sense gratification, that is one kind of an offering. The thin man, maybe his capacity is 10, but he is giving 9. He is giving his energy, his time, and all his prayers and enthusiasm. That's what Krishna sees. So it doesn't matter what is our capacity. We are not chanting in order to become our capacity to make it very big. That is not our chanting's purpose. It's not that we have to become some big elephant or some big Hanuman or something like that, and then big mountains and throw. That's not Krishna conscious philosophy. Whatever capacity you have as of today, in that how much you are enthusiastically giving to Krishna, that is what is important. The Prabhupada quotes one example, this Kolavecha Sridhar is an exalted devotee of Lord Chaitanya. He has a very humble business, so he sells some banana donas made of some leaves. Every day he gets a very little income in some paisas. Those days, that's the income. And in that, 50%, in that also, he used to give 50% for the service of Ganga. So Mahaprabhu was extremely pleased with him. But somebody may be getting a lot of money, and he gives only not even 1% or 2%. Let us say he gives 1 lakh, but Kolavecha Sridhar gave only 50 paisa. He is more dear, because he got 50 paisa, 100 paisa, 50 paisa he gave. You see, that big man has 1 crore, but then he gave only 1 lakh or 10,000. He is holding back so much. But whereas this devotee, he has given as much as that he can give. As per Shastra, he has given. So, Lord is, he is recognizing the enthusiasm and then the contribution that the devotee wants to give. It doesn't matter what is the quantity of that energy is. Now coming to results, the big results some devotee may be producing, or no results, somebody else may not be producing any results. So how do we understand? See, in the outside world, let us say somebody, a company is there, they are trying to produce some result. Let us say they are building one rocket which has to be launched into the moon's orbit, and the whole team has worked very sincerely, and then day and night they built something, some rocket or some satellite, and then they launched it. Like yesterday, Japan, one private company has launched, and as soon as it is launched, it has bursted into pieces. It's a failure. All those people, scientists, employees, whoever has worked for that, no, it's a failure. Obviously, no. And in fact, the company may kick all of them out, because ultimately thousands of dollars have gone into sky, into the thin air. There is no result. In devotional service, is the equation is it like this? That we also work very hard to do something, and then finally it doesn't happen. Let us say we are thinking of a temple, and then everybody is working very hard, and then temple doesn't come up. Failure, will be kicked out. So here is the difference in Krishna consciousness. Your every action on a day-to-day basis, in order to fulfill the desires of spiritual master, every action that you say, that every action will be accepted by Krishna. That every action is counted. Success already. You do one little step, success. One more step, success. More and more steps, yes, success. Now that is the mood of the devotee. He wants to do more and more. As much as possible in a day, I want to do service. More chanting, more reading, more service. This is the mood of the devotee. Because he knows, I don't know how many days I have. Already the counting is going on. Day by day is coming down. My lifespan is coming down. So today, let me offer as much as I can. This is the model. So Krishna sees that enthusiasm. Okay, coming back to this example. So we are working hard in order to do some project or something, and let us say the project fails for whatever reason. It's not that whatever we have done to reach to that is not a failure, because we are trying to follow the Guru's order. For whatever reason, the success has not apparently come, but actually the success is maybe it may take little time, but there is no failure. So, in Krishna consciousness, the means and the end both are same. Not that only when we reach the end, then it is success. No, the means, the way we try to reach the goal, and the goal, both are same. And both are transcendental, both are Krishna. Means is Krishna, end is also Krishna. Of course, the means have to be authorized. Acharya, Prabhupada, or the system that he has created, they have to approve the means. And then when a devotee tries to execute, then that's it. The means is also recognized by the Lord. So we should not think like karmis, that if the fruit is not there, then our lives are not successful. No. Just give your best, whatever energy you have in that. Don't hold back anything. Enthusiastically work, and then you are advancing in Krishna. Now one more point is there. Let us say somebody is nicely working, and let us say produced a big result. Now, the path in which he has produced the result, maybe a nice path, a very smart path, and then he has produced a big result. Now, what is observed is with what consciousness is actually producing the result. With what consciousness? At the end of the whole thing, if he says, yes, everything is done by me, I am the greatest preacher or devotee or this and that, without giving credit to the, actually everything is because of Guru and Krishna's arrangements, background arrangements, without seeing their hand. If somebody claims that it is because of me that it has come, then that means he is ignorantly working. And he may become proud also. So these are the various dynamics in this. So one should be careful that he remains submissive and he remains attached to enthusiastically working, offering every day how much ever possible to Krishna. This is very important. And keep his consciousness clear. Keep it Krishna conscious. So if Krishna is doing everything, Guru is doing everything, then we should not bother about one devotee who is producing some result. Why should we now recognize anybody at all? No, Krishna wants to give credit to that devotee. So who are you? No, not to recognize. Let us say he wants to send some money here for some project, and then he chooses a particular devotee to send that money. Lord has recognized him. We don't know why, but Krishna has used. But that devotee should not think, no, now I am favored by Krishna, so I am greatest, everybody else is useless. He should not think like that. So these are the dynamics. So on a day-to-day basis, a devotee, when he is rendering services, he thinks, my Lord, whatever is possible, I am trying to do. It is your mercy that I got this opportunity to serve. This is the first mode. It's your mercy that I got this opportunity to serve, Guru's mercy. And then he gives his best. He tries to do as much as he can. His whole energy he tries to give. He doesn't hold back anything. Sometimes Maya will make us feel, I am doing a lot of service, Prabhu. So much. And, so many services and this and that, so much. Devotee should not feel like that. That I am loaded, I am so much service, nobody is considering my this and that. No. His mood is that he is ready for any amount of service. He will not say no. If some service is coming to him, he is very happy to accept it. He will not say no. But at the same time, he has to work out how to handle this service, how to handle this load. What is the service that we are doing? Say, comparing, you see what service of Prabhupada. One elderly man at 70 and see his what is the service that he has done. What is our service? After giving all these facilities also, we are not doing any big service. So one devotee should not think that, I am already doing many things, I am... no. He thinks, what is that I am doing? I want to do more. So, yes, by sadhana, by nicely chanting and praying to Krishna, and slowly a devotee comes out of his laziness. There is so much of laziness in each one of us. Although we have a very big opinion about ourselves, that I am working very hard, but actually so much laziness is there. To come out of that tamoguna and really work like, here brāhmaṇas, Work like that, then you will see the work takes a different shape. Very smartly the devotees, he knows what to do, and then he achieves the more and more services, he gives more and more energy to Krishna and try to satisfy him. So, but while doing these services, he tries to remain Krishna conscious. This is Krishna's work, my Guru's work, my Guru's desire. I am trying my best, it's up to them. So he depends on the Lord, he does his things nicely. One more thing is that, okay, since I am chanting, I can do anything, any kind of a service. Actually, if somebody is liberated, he can do any service. He can do Brahmana service, he can do Kshatriya, he can do Vaishya, he can do any of those services. Whatever he wants, he can do. But in the sadhana stage, he will be doing as per his capacity, as per his inclination. As I said, our goal is not to become a big elephant and then try to do some big thing and all that. Krishna is seeing what is our bhava, what is our mood of serving. You may give 10 paisa, but with lot of feelings. My Lord, this is what I can give you. Please accept my little offering. He sees that mood. So, to conclude, we have to take a lot of initiative with great enthusiasm. We should give our best. We should give ourselves to Krishna, Krishna's service. That should be devotee's mood. And all the sadhana, chanting, everything will help him to give his maximum, his best to Krishna's service. And then yes, Guru and Krishna, they will produce all the results, all the big things that. And then we should recognize individual devotees through whom Krishna has manifested such results. Yes, it is a fact. We should recognize that also. So like that, all the dynamics of the services one has to understand and carefully ensure that he doesn't become proud or arrogant, and at the same time sit simply and then think that, okay, I have done my chanting 16 rounds, so everything should happen now, like a miracle. Yes, miracles will happen provided you take your initiatives. But if you can chant 24 hours chanting, there's enough. Then that's a different level. Then there is no need of working, taking any other initiative. 24 hours you are chanting and giving pleasure to Krishna, that's enough. That glorification of Krishna, that is enough. But now we are not in that position, so chant nicely. Rest of the time, run around enthusiastically and work for Krishna's pleasure. Any questions?
Prabhu, if some devotee is working very nicely for some service, and as you said, Prabhu, he should work with the best capacity. So if the end result is not coming, Prabhu, say first time the end result doesn't come, so next time, Prabhu, his enthusiasm will come down, or the capacity also he won't be able to give that much. So how to maintain that same enthusiasm that we give to a particular service first time, Prabhu?
When we, as I said, let us say we are going out for collection, and then the devotee has travelled 1 hour distance, and then he waited for another 1 hour or 2 hours, and he met somebody with great expectation that he will give something, and then after hearing the whole thing, he will say, no. Say, Swamiji, don't come again, this is, I cannot give. Let us say, it's a failure, right? From a materialistic point of view, it is actually a failure. If an ordinary marketing person goes and does that whole endeavor, and he comes to the boss and says, purchase nahi kiya, then he will say, dismiss. You are not suitable, he will say. But in Krishna consciousness, it is not there. Your 1 hour journey, 2 hours waiting, all the while Krishna is watching you. He is very happy. So patiently this boy is sitting and waiting. And then you go inside and you're trying to explain about Krishna, explain about the temple, explain about the project. Krishna is enjoying all this. All the while he is enjoying all this. Oh, very nicely he is doing. And while doing, you are remembering him also, Krishna. Oh, even more. Krishna is even more happy. And then you say, no, my Guru has told me to come and do this. Yes, Lord is very pleased. If on the order of spiritual master, this boy is doing very nicely. Krishna is very happy. So he is enjoying your services all the way. And when it comes to the result, Krishna is the one who has to give result. No, why did he not give? You are saying he is already liking all your endeavor, he is accepting, then why didn't he? We don't know what is that Jiva's relation with Krishna. Whether Krishna wants to accept something from him. Krishna will not accept from, some people. He doesn't want to. So then how can we, but we have done it. So our service is not a waste. And also, that man for the first time he comes to know, oh, there is a temple there and they're doing something, they're building one more temple. Some information has gone into his head. That is also service. It's a permanent information. Something connected to Krishna is a permanent thing. So that Jiva got some opportunity to hear something. At that moment he is not ready. It's okay, Krishna doesn't force. He is not ready. So Krishna has not accepted. So our endeavors are never a failure. Under the authorization of spiritual master, when we do something, it's not a failure. It's already recognized, it's already, that Jiva got its credit. He ate some gaja, he did something, all the credit is already recorded. Maybe after you come out, say after 1 year or 2 years, let us say one more preacher goes and meets the same person. And then he says, I am coming from that temple. He remembers, oh, that person has come the other day. Some Dasa has come, he says. Yes, I am also one Dasa. And then you again tell the same thing. He says, then he is a little more softened. With some impressions are there. And then meanwhile some beatings are also there. And then we don't know, some circumstances are there. So he may think, Swamiji, this looks nice. Okay, he may give one check. So the preacher thinks, see how nicely smartly I have presented. And this man gave immediately check. If he thinks like that, that is just a mistake. He should think, what did I do? But such a nice result is. This is the mystic power of the Lord. Like in this purport is said, Brahmanas have mystic power. Our preachers are also, everybody has mystic powers. You go and ask, he's giving a big check. Mystic power. Not ordinary. Outside, anybody let them go and ask money. They'll give, nobody will give. So each devotee has a mystic power. So that's why our endeavors are never a waste. This you should remember. Go on just working, that's all. What results Krishna will give, that is up to him. My duty I have to do. Go on meeting, explaining nicely, put your nice endeavor, think nicely how to convince him, understand that person. All the things that you have to do, you have to do. Don't hold back your intelligence, don't hold back your energy, don't hold back any of those things. Everything you have to give. And then you should know that, yes, I am successful. Krishna, I got this opportunity to serve you today. I thought of meeting some 10 people today. I could meet. Thank you. Tomorrow, 12. A devotee is a relationship with the Lord. He develops that relationship. Today Krishna has blessed me with this. Okay, tomorrow I'll give more. And Krishna also reciprocated. Okay, he wants to give 12. Okay, let me. So a devotee enjoys that relationship on a day-to-day basis. So that's where our pleasure is. Our pleasure is when you see Krishna reciprocating to me, to this tiny jiva. That is my pleasure. Okay, so one should be like that. Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.